friends, today I'm going to show you how to make or how to start up your own tapestry of TATA. And we're going to be using, well, I'm going to be using this pattern right here. Of course, you can always find that pattern in Pinterest, and I'll leave down below the link for the Pinterest pin that I'm following. Of course, if you just go to Pinterest and type out TATA, BT21, pixel art or alpha pattern grid, you'll absolutely find this same image and more, with a bunch of motivation and inspiration for your own tapestry. Of course, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be using the only acceptable stitch that I use now on for my tapestries, which is Tunisian simple stitch, and that is just a combination of crocheting and knitting with this very long crochet hook. Of course, you can always get away with using your regular crochet hook. You can always attach a little piece of yarn at the end of your crochet hook, because you are supposed to hold all of your stitches within your hook all at once, so they need to fit on your hook. Anyway, enough of that. We're just going to chain 33. I'm going to be following this pattern, but of course, needless to say that you can make it your own. I'm actually just going to I'm actually just not going to gonna crop the pattern a little bit, and I'm going to, since this is a series, you can always go to my channel and watch the episodes that I have for this BT21 crochet series for my tapestries, and they're all 33 by 37. So of course you can always make them big, you can always make them a little bit smaller, crop them to your liking, and you can always tweak the colors, yada yada yada. You know the drill. You're a crocheter. You're absolutely the most talented person out there, because you can figure things out just by looking at them. Anyway, since it's going to be a Tunisian simple stitch, we're going to insert our hook onto those back loops of our chains. We're going to skip this very first one, and we're going to go straight to the second one. The reason being is because this stitch that we have on our hook counts as one, and we're going to continue and do just like we're doing, just inserting our hook and pulling our yarn. And this is why I tell you, you should probably consider grabbing yourself a pair of Tunisian hooks, because they're long, and again, you need to fit all of your stitches all at once in your hook. And now that we have all of our stitches in our hook, we're going to do a return pass. This is another unique thing that is about Tunisian simple stitch. We work forwards and we work backwards within one row. We're going to chain one onto the very last stitch. We're going to grab our yarn and pull through two of our stitches, and pull through two of our stitches, and two. We're going to be pulling in pairs all the way down our row. And you should have something like this. Of course, we're going to go to the second row of our pattern also. We're going to count the number of squares, the white squares of course, and each square counts as a stitch or corresponds to a stitch. So we're going to count these stitches, these white stitches, the black, the white, and so on and so forth. And for our very second row, we're gonna have 15 white stitches, so this always counts as one. We're going to insert our hook onto that front loop of our previous row only. We're gonna insert, grab our yarn, and pull, and we're gonna keep our stitches in our hook, of course. Again, inserting our hook onto that front loop only, grabbing our yarn and pulling through. And we're gonna do that 15 times until we have the introduction of our next color. "15 white stitches, and we're going to insert our hook onto our 16th stitch, and we're going to yarn over with our black now, just like so. And it's going to be 3 stitches, so 1, 2, and 3, and it should be looking just like this. We're gonna do 1 stitch, so we're gonna drop our black, and we're going to do our very next stitch with our white. And then we're going to drop our white and do 3 more black stitches, like so. And then the rest of our row is a white stitch, so we drop our black, we pick up our white, and we continue to do our repeat. And this is going to be like the repeat for each row for the rest of your project. So just inserting your hook onto that front post of your previous row is going to be what makes your Tunisian stitch till we reach this point right here. Just like so. Now we're doing a return pass, chaining 1, and then pulling through 2, pulling through 2 until we reach this point right here. So whenever you have 2 different color stitches in your hook, you always use that second color stitch to pull through these 2 stitches. So we have our white right here. We're going to drop it. We're going to grab our black, pull through that white and through that black. Again, pulling through 2, through that 2 black stitches. Pull again through those 2 black stitches, and again the same rule applies. 2 different color stitches in your hook means you use that second color stitch to pull through. We're gonna drop our black, pick up our white, pull through that black and through that white. Again, we pull through that white and through that black with our black yarn. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and we switch colors again, and we continue to do this all the way down our row, all the way down, and your project so far should be looking just like this. I know it doesn't look like much, but trust me, this is just the very first step. Actually, this is all you need to know for your Tunisian simple stitch. You can do these rules that I just show you for the rest of your project. I mean, you should. And you'll get a beautiful tapestry. Of course, down below in the description, I'll leave the Pinterest pin that I'm following, and somewhere around this video I'll pull a more cleaner image of TATA, and just letting you know right now that I'm cropping the actual pattern. I'm using a different crop, but you can always use I'm just gonna post the full picture so you can decide what to do with that picture. And I'm gonna leave you with a time lapse of how I make this beautiful tapestry. I do apologize, it is not a full tutorial, but of course if you would like to see a full tutorial, I might have, you know, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun and actually post one step by step, all of the rows, all of the columns. Just you say it, I make it. Okay, but happy crocheting.